Hi there. I am in the process of setting up a new computer, and as part of that I obviously need to install Leela. So I thought I'd make a short video of how to download and install Leela Chess Zero on a Windows computer. Now these are the updated instructions for networks 10, 20 and 30 with the binary version 0.17.0. The old instructions in the previous video will no longer work, so you're going to have to watch this video, or you can obviously read up about it as well. Now, in order to do this, there are some prerequisites on your computer. You have to have some software that can unzip the network file once it comes down. You can use any software that you want. I prefer to use the command lines. I've installed something known as Git Bash, which is free. But if you prefer to use command line, graphical tools, then 9-zip from the Windows Store is free and can be used. So without too much further ado, I do have to apologize briefly for the poor camera view here. As I said, I'm in the process of setting something up, so hopefully I'll be doing something better very soon. But right, so now we go over to the browser. Here I'm on the network page. Let's go back to the LC0 setup. If you go now to github.com/Leela Chess Zero/LC0, you'll end up on this page, and this is a link that I'll be giving in the description. Now here you can actually download the source and you can tinker around with the source as much as you like, but sorry, I just needed to check that I was actually showing stuff rather than just showing my face looking down. You can download the source, you can make changes to the source if you want, and you can have fun, but more importantly it also shows how to download the source. It talks about how you can clone the source and stuff, and then there are instructions for building and running LC0 on Linux and Windows and a Mac. Now the Linux instructions look very straightforward. I have never tried the Mac instructions, but they look also incredibly simple now, because you download this package manager called Brew, and with that you can then install the necessary requirements in order to be able to install or build LC0 after downloading it. For the Windows version you don't actually need to download anything because there are pre-built binaries, but should you want to make changes to the source, then go ahead, and these are the instructions how to do it. What we want to do is we are going to want to click on the releases tab, which is what I've done here, and here you'll see it's now 0.17.0. This is quite a change for Leela. No longer does it use text files either, it uses .pb files, which means that the older files won't be usable, nor will you be able to use the older Leela client with the new files. You need a new version. There are 3 versions for Windows here. The top one is the Windows BLAS version, which is what you want to use if your graphics card isn't a particularly strong one. If you have a sort of older equipment or mid-range equipment, you might not have a dedicated graphics card. You will just have like the Intel built-in graphics card, and this will be the version of Leela to download for you. That's the CPU only version. Then there is the Windows CUDA version, which is for the NVIDIA graphics cards, the later NVIDIA graphics card, 1050 through to 1080 Ti series. You probably can use it on older ones as well, as long as they have CUDA support. Otherwise, if you have an AMD card, a later AMD card, or maybe a slightly older NVIDIA card that doesn't support CUDA, then the OpenCL version is the one for you. This new computer does have a CUDA based card, NVIDIA card, so that is what I'm going to be installing. Now I have pre-downloaded both the network and the Windows CUDA version, as you can see here and here, but just to take you quickly over to the networks so that you don't get too confused, you'll actually see there's both a 20 network now and a 30 network. In this particular example, I've just downloaded the latest and greatest 20 networks with some games. You'll notice the top one in this example has no games played. So I downloaded the second, most recent, and that has got 15,500 games installed on it. So when you download that, you'll get a pb.gz file. And if we now go to wherever we want to install Leela, in my case I have got it under C apps. I can now create a folder called Leela. You don't have to use the command line. You can of course right click in Windows and do what you want, but in my case I like to use the command line. So now we are in the Leela folder and I am copying my Leela download into this folder. And now I just unzip it. You should be able to unzip this with the tools that come with Windows 10 as well without a problem. This will now go and extract the various files needed, and then I'll just remove the installation binary. So now you have a few files here. The main file is obviously this one called lz0.exe. And for this to run, it's going to need a network file. So we downloaded the weights 2807. And here is where we need to, why is my phone not doing that? Sorry, there was a quick call, but I'm not answering that. All right, so we have the network file downloaded and copied over to this directory. This is where you're going to need your 9-zip or whatever. In my case, it's installed. In Git Basher, I can just use g-unzip and then unzip the file. And now that has exploded into weights run1 2807.pb. In order to test if this file works, I can now simply run the lz0 binary and then go go infinite, and this will, as you will have possibly seen, but you can certainly see it now, it will have actually picked up the network file 2807, and it's now starting to look at various moves. I'm not sure. Yeah, so it's thinking here about maybe knight to c3 and then d75, and as she is thinking, she's going more towards a Sicilian with e2, e4, c7, c5. So this is tested that it works and all is well. We just now need to give this to Arena, and then we can play it in a GUI, because it's not particularly nice to sit here and look at text. So I can start up Arena, and then I go under engines and install new engines. I will browse to the folder where I have my binary installed, in this case the Leela lz0. I open that. It is a UCI engine, so I click OK. It says start engine, and we do that. So now we do default knight f6. I think that was something I had started previously, and then we can do something like c4, and as you can see in the bottom of the window here, you can see now Leela thinking, and everything is working perfectly fine. Let's just wait until she makes a quick move, and she made d6 here. So that's really it. That's all there is to getting Leela installed, even with the new stuff. Let me move myself down here, and there we are. I hope this has been somewhat useful for you when it comes to installing the later versions of Leela. Don't get confused that they're now .pb files rather than .txt files, and there are no real settings that you need to worry about. It's all sort of built in. I will give a link to a recent blog article that describes some of the settings, but if you just want to use Leela, if you just want to have fun with Leela, that's really all you need to do. The rest of the stuff is kind of for people who want to get a bit more involved. So there we are. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you do have any comments and questions and suggestions, then leave them in the comment fields below, because I will read them and I will get back to you if I have something to get back to you with. Otherwise, any likes and subscriptions are clearly appreciated. So that's it. Tomorrow I am hoping to be able to have the updated camera settings and publish an analysis video. Until then, take care of yourself and have fun. Ta-da!